Hey, what's up, Street Dogs? Eric coming from the Eric and Street Photography blog. So I just wanted to share with you a quick video on this notion of the physiology of art creation and photography and so forth. So blah blah. So this is the basic notion. I think perhaps the root of us wanting to make art, making photographs or whatever, it's kind of more of a physiological thing than a mental thing. So generally most people, they want to make art and then, we're sitting on the couch and just kind of beating yourself in the head. It's like, oh, why is my willpower so weak? Or why am I not motivated or inspired to make art? Whatever it may be. And perhaps the biggest issue is that most of us are just so physically and physiologically exhausted from our lives, our works, etc., that we literally do not have the superfluous energy necessary to go out and create art. So this is the thing. I think the best art is created out of a source of thanksgiving, of superabundance, of exuberance, of extreme joy and delight. And we must focus on first perfecting our physique, of become physically and physiologically stronger, and then as a consequence of that, we go out and we make our own art. So our photos, our art is a reflection of our extreme health. So, for example, I think these are the necessary ingredients. Sleeping more than 8 hours a night. I mean, you might not have to sleep as much, right? But then I think just the general bias and modernity is it is more virtuous to sleep as little as possible and get as much work done, which is this silly utilitarian notion. And it becomes this kind of this like suffering Olympics. It's like, I only slept 5 hours last night. Oh, I only slept 4 hours last night. I only slept 2 hours last night. And I think if Silicon Valley invented a pill where you could just take a pill and literally never sleep, aka imagine like Adderall or stuff like that with no negative consequences, I think people would totally be on that. But anyways, so that's the first thing, is getting extreme amounts of sleep. And obviously everyone's different, but for me, I would prefer 8, 9, 10, 11, sometimes even 12 hours of sleep. Like, I like to do powerlifting, and after some extreme deadlifts or squats or whatever it may be, I need a lot of time and for me to recover and recuperate and rebuild my muscles. And I know that when I'm super duper sleep deprived, I have zero motivation or impetus to make art, to make videos, to write, to go out and make photos, calligraphy, or whatever it may be. But when I've slept really well, had a good cup of coffee, I have all this over exuberant energy just kind of like spurting from my veins, and that gives me the motivation to do anything. Like even making this video, like I'm not forcing myself to make this video. I just had this notion. I'm like, okay, I just had this thought. I want to share it. And even when I'm exhausted, I don't actually have the energy to make videos. So whenever I make videos, know that this is real. Also, another thing that I think is very important is for us to essentially have some sort of like physical activity. So let me just give you an example. So probably one of my new best inventions that I've discovered are kettlebells. So you can just get them on Amazon. This is a 70 pounder, right? So it's crazy, this little thing here with the handle. And whenever I just need motivation for me to just feel pumped up or whatever, you just kind of grab the kettlebell, right? You can do this one-handed or you could do it two-handed, whatever. You could just kind of swing it a few times. You can do however many reps you want. And after that, you get this awesome hormonal kind of response where you just feel super duper pumped up, and once you get all the hormones or whatever running, then suddenly, boom, you have like all this energy to go out and make art. And so even for myself, I remember when I used to play football in high school or after I lift weights at the gym, after you have that hyped up energy after lifting weights or whatever, it really elevates your mood. You got all the endorphins, serotonin, whatever, and you could use that energy to go right, make art and so forth. So I think that's important, obviously walking a lot. And so I think perhaps what we're lacking as a society and artists and stuff like that is we're thinking too much of like, you need to retrain your brain. It's too much focused on the mind. Whereas in my opinion, I think art creation resides more in the body. So, focus on, lifting weights, getting jacked, whatever it may be. Both men and women, obviously, we could both do deadlifts and power lift. Cindy actually, her PR for deadlift pretty good. She pulled like 250 the other week. And, I was even at the gym, and then you see all these girls could like, deadlift like 3 plates, like 350 pounds and above. So it doesn't matter if you're a guy, girl, whatever it may be. You could start powerlifting, deadlifts, squats, heavy dumbbell presses, whatever it may be. So focus on your physiology, focus on your physique, go to the gym, lift heavy stuff, and yeah, maybe we could channel this energy into become more motivated and empowered artists. So what are some of your thoughts about lifting weights, physiology, deadlifts, whatever it may be? Feel free to share a comment and share your thoughts, and hopefully we can all thrive together as artists. All right, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Peace out.